Before this review starts, I would like to talk about the closing of the company Juncture Point. You probably are wondering what this has got to do with the review of Epic Mickey 2. Well, they created the first Epic Mickey game, which is one of my favourite games for the Wii. Very innovative, very fun. And they also created this game. Now, because of the bad reviews and the bad sales of the game I'm just about to review, they had to close down, so that means no Epic Mickey 3. Personally, I am very sad about this because I really love the first one, and even this one it's not as good as the first one, but it's still great, and I'll get into how it's good later when the actual review starts. But I just thought it was good of me to start this video by saying I am very sad that Juncture Point is closed down, and I hope all of the people that worked at Juncture Point go on to do good and greater things within their lifetime. So yes. Now I thought it would be nice to give the question of the day because it's got to do with the closing of Juncture Point. And there is also two of them. Question 1. Now that Juncture Point is closed, I hope who do you think will make the next Epic Mickey game? Because I know Disney will keep doing it because they want people to go, hey, here's a Epic Mickey franchise, oh, do it now. Personally, I don't hope they make another one just because Juncture Point did it so well in both games. I don't think anyone else could top them, but I know that they will. And that's my first question. The second question is, if Juncture Point was still around, what other Disney games would you want them to make? Personally, I would like them to make a spin-off game of Goofy because he was always a robot, and I thought that would be a cool idea for a game. But because they're closed, I don't think that's going to happen. So this is just a little bit at the beginning saying that I am sad that Juncture Point is closed, and giving all my respects to all the game developers that lost their jobs. See you when the review starts. Bye for now. Hello the internet, and welcome to the second review in Review Week. Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2. I'm not going to say it again like that. Let's first go over the story. The story of this game is that, well, first you'll need to know the story of the first game, which is where Mickey goes into a mirror. Bit strange, but if you've seen some of the classic Disney cartoons, you will know why. Well, not exactly why, but you will know where that comes from. He goes through his mirror, comes out the other side in a strange room, with a map on it, with a man sculpting a landscape. In this landscape is the town of Wasteland, which Mickey decides to bring the end of Wasteland by pretty much killing everybody. And that's where Epic Mickey 1 is. He decides to help them out and fixes everything. Now, in Epic Mickey 2, there's been some earthquakes in Wasteland, and Mickey's been sent there to help clean up with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Much worse of a plot than the first game, mainly because the first one had so much great ideas and they executed them so well, where this one was just like, there was an earthquake, Mickey came and helped. Yeah. But yeah, that's the story, and I got to admit it's pretty okay. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's still not the best story ever. Now, as we all know, the Epic Mickey franchise is known for two things. One, having being one of the best games for the Wii, and 2, having loads of Disney cameos. And seriously, this has cameos from quite a lot, about as many as the first one, and it's really fun. And if you're a big fan of animation or just a fan of Disney in general, you will love this game, and you'll prefer the first one, but you'll like this one still. Now let's go on to the gameplay. The gameplay, well, it depends for you which version you've got. I have the Wii U version, meaning you control Mickey with the Wii U pad, and you control Oswald with the Wii controller. There's also ones for the Xbox and the PS3, and I think there's one for the Wii. I'm hoping there's one for the Wii, because if there's not, there's nothing to say about the controls, really. Now, if you don't know anything about Epic Mickey, you know that the core gameplay mechanics are that Mickey can either thinner the world by making it by destroying things, or paint it to bring things back to life. I'm always painting one because that's the good guy route, and I'm always a good person. Except for that one time. We don't speak of the dark times. Except for Fridays. I like Fridays. But still. And you will know also that you control where you're going to paint with the Wii remote with the first game, and it works so well, and I'm hoping in the Wii version that it works the same way. But with the Wii U version, it's just a little bit lazy, I got to admit. One of the triggers does the thinner and one does the paint. Now there's 2 ways you can control where you paint. There's one where it's always in the middle and you just need to move around. And there's the other one where you move around with the sticks. I can't remember what they're called right now. But yes, it's not the best controls, and I think the Wii remote would be perfect for this. Let's first talk about the companion that you get. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. In the first game, he was quite a big character. You never played as him, though. Right now, you can have a player 2 that plays as Oswald. I haven't been able to get anyone to play with me, because I am a lonely person. Yeah. I haven't got anyone to play with me with this game, and I don't think anyone will play with me with this game. But let's talk about some of the AI with Oswald. Oh god, this AI is terrible. If you know about the game, Oswald uses technology to, power generators and stuff. It's a good concept, having Mickey use magic, where Oswald used technology. And they use it quite well. He kind of powers generators. He can fight. Using his weird ears, he can helicopter you around. And it's quite good. Yeah, it's quite good. There's just a bit of a problem here. When you're not playing with someone, he's an idiot. Ugh. Okay. You press the B button, it calls him over. If you stay in the same place, you will push him up automatically, and he will start hovering, which you can then jump and then grab onto his legs. And then you can just go and yeah, it's a whole lot of fun, but many of times I've pressed B and Oswald just goes straight into a wall. One time I pressed B and we were just almost right next to each other. Like, he was coming over to me, like, he was just walking over to me, and then he just turned around and walked straight into a wall for kind of like 30 seconds. I was going, what? Mm-hmm. And they started walking back at me. This is some terrible AI, if that's going to happen at all. But yeah, the incorporation with Oswald needed better AI, but it was still quite good. And what else is there to talk about? That's actually most of it, really, without talking about any of the cameos. I think that's it. And I'm sad to say, this does not live up to the first game at all. The first game was a masterpiece, definitely one of my favourites for the Wii. And the Wii has some great games, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Super Mario Galaxy 1, lesser 2, but still 2, because that's still a great game. But still, this is, and Epic Mickey, those are 4 games there, and I would put Epic Mickey above Super Mario Galaxy 2, and maybe even 1. I think it's probably one of my favourite platformers for the system, and probably one of my favourite platformers of all time. Yes, I am a Disney nerd, and that would help with my decision on that, but still. So, for the score, I didn't want to do this because this was Juncture Point's last game, but I had to. Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2, gets a 7 out of 10, for being not as good as the original, with not great controls unless you're playing the Wii version, and Oswald being an idiot when someone's not controlling him. But except for that, I got to admit, it's not a bad last game for Juncture Point. It's still a good game. It's not the best sequel we could see out of the Epic Mickey franchise. I still prefer, and I do actually prefer the one for the 3DS, which I'm not going to do a review for. Well, I might, but it's just not this week. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10, and I'll see you next time for ZombiU. See ya. Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Yeah.